and this may seem odd, but it's very fun. I will be here, but I'm going to, like, if you can picture, distance myself. Mannerisms are the same because he is going through mine, but there are distinct differences. So, anybody has a question, please remember this one fact, truth. Again, your choice. You're the only one here. So you can ask the question with no fear or judgment. Because again, if you're the only one here, you're judging who? You. Ta-da. Make sense? Hey. All right.
I want to ask.
Okay, well, you want to channel or you want me to ask it? I can answer, or do you want to wait for the channel?
Wait for them.
Oh, yeah, she's like... It's like, let's bring in Q. Q usually doesn't open his eyes, but sometimes he does. They're kind of classy, though. And good evening. Oh my, what a crowd we have here tonight. Hello all. Thank you all for coming. My goodness. Look at the vibration in this house. And oh, hello. Thank you for coming. Yes. If you choose. Pardon me, folks, for 1 minute, if you don't mind. I'm having a conversation. Yes. If you choose. Ed, Francine, would you like Artemis to say hello?
Yes.
Ah. I'll be right back. The reason I'm here simply for regeneration. For I experienced a forgetful death in a 3D, not yours, paradigm. And in that, I found literally my way here. If you don't mind, I need black onyx and silver nitrate next to me, so I may depart. Thank you. And I am back. Thank you. Did you get that?
Yes.
Do you have any questions? No. Wonderful. Moving on. My name is Hugh. Yes, I am a density being, and I have some familiarities, and we have one more guest that's going to show up that will seem familiar to you as this. But the reason why we are familiar to you as in aspects of each other, being familiar like two sisters or two brothers in your paradigm, so to speak, is because we came from the same, school of thought. Questions? Anybody? I am here for you.
I wanted to know about in my other life, I was a dancer because I started to dance at the age of 6, but flamenco. I went to, started with folklorico, and then I went to Mexico and heard the flamenco music, and it just got me. And every time I dance and perform, I cry. When I hear the music, I cry. It's just like, I don't know if I was somebody else and didn't make it, because here in San Antonio, I think I have a name. But why am I why do I cry and get emotional when I dance? When I perform? Am I missing? Was I another dancer?
The question is, why does she cry? That is a wonderful equation that we'll put together for you. The reason why you cry is because of remembrance. If you think about it, you understand. Do you not cry in a lot of wonderful moments of remembrance?
Yes.
Yes. So the remembrance you were experiencing, let's say, the Chihata clan, that's a part of an undiscovered civilization in your southern Americas. Much like, I don't know if you want to call it Inca idea. They came much later, but that. Now, in that, of course, you were a dancer. Cheo, dancer. The whole idea of dancing resonates because what it does, it brings remembrance of what you did. Your service as a dancer was a storyteller. Your crying is remembering those images that you are receiving as a storyteller. For you carried on the stories of the generations, the family lineage, so to speak. We'll call it spiritual lineage now. That's why you have those. You're missing what you were. Make no mistake about it. You are. That's the connection you need to make. The separation between you were and you are is what's keeping you from fully experiencing that. So in remembrance, you cry. So be that now. Allow yourself to remember. The fear that you are experiencing, the veil, you want to call it, that you are experiencing is just the simple fact that you can't turn inside. You looking outside, fine, that's the idea. But realize now the inside is the outside. Ta-da! Look inside to find your outside. Remembrance of that now, so to speak, to create in this now fully and go there. Does anyone understand the words go there? That means you can go there. Say you can only go there esoterically, then say you will only go there esoterically. And realize what you just said. Limitation, actually. So, that's why you miss it. Ages of that. You spent a time in Tibet. The Tibetan time was more of a learning time. Because of your storytelling abilities, you went there to understand their translations of stories. However, you did not bring that idea into this density, this current incarnation, which are all current, by the way. So, that is what you will choose, most likely, if you choose to come back. To express yourself in that manner of storytelling to the all. Does that make sense? Yes, it does. Any other questions? Louder.
I do.
Yes.
I would like to know what was maybe my profession in previous.
Your previous professions. How many would you like?
Yeah, just give me a rundown.
A rundown. Let's see. We'll start with Jane, passed in 1943. Not the same Jane. That Jane, Jeanette, pardon me, I'm tuning in. Jeanette, 1943, passed at the age of 86. Housewife, mother to 5, Catholic. Hugh, not me, H-U-G-H, married. Steel worker. Fell, died. Children. Two are still alive. You know one. You are friends. But she is older. Almost feels like not quite a mother figure, however, a mentor would be a good equation. You enjoyed that life. You never remarried. You raised your children. You had a accepting, loving father that had wealth through the railroads. You were taken care of. Massachusetts. What a wonderful life you had. Your love was endless for your children. You passed. Natural causes. You did not choose to leave. What do you think you're learning now? Let's get to the nitty-gritty. Because your last life was beautiful. There were no lessons. You came back for your 2 lives ago, really. Have an idea?
I think at this point I'm just in search, connecting with my higher being, my higher power.
Right.
I started meditation, thank you. I started opening up myself up to other groups.
Excellent.
And, I have a little bit of social anxiety. So I'm just trying to, I do connect with crystals. I'm very in tune with energy, but I have the tendency to be affected by people's negativity. Hence why I started with crystals.
Yes.
As a protective factor.
Well, you found it. Congratulations. Are you ready?
Thank you.
Okay, here we go. Let's go back a couple of generations ago. We're going to call it, I need to tune in, pardon me, 1737 more specifically. Social anxiety. What are you fearing? Acceptance. Yes. So, 1730s. Time frame. Eleanor, say hello to yourself. Go there. Look at yourself in the dream state you've already seen yourself in. Let's call it the Merry Maid, so to speak. You thought in that time you can only be accepted if you were what? Attractive. Let's put it that way. So you presented yourself as attraction at a very young age because you saw that as acceptance. So what are you not okay with now? Ta-da! You already know it. Very good. Next, in that idea of that incarnation, you became what you would call today as a lady of the evening, so to speak. You started that idea on there to be accepted. The lady of the evening became self-worth, that you can only be accepted through that. That was the idea. You became fully worth what you wanted in the last incarnation, Jenna. This one you want to experience to be what? Accepted as what? You are. So you search again for what? An idea of connection to the collective in acceptance. You physically gave yourself that body. You chose your parents. You knew exactly how you were going to look. You've given up the idea of that acceptance, and you're now searching for another acceptance. Why do you need acceptance? Is the question. Acceptance is what? Self-worth, maybe? Any more questions? You're welcome. We have a guest. Pardon me, we have already had one. Unexpected, thank you. The second one. Hold on to your britches, I bid you good day. You called, and you called. Since there are two of you that called, guess what? I decided to show up. Ta-da! Yes. Sound familiar? Let's figure it out together. John, I'm waiting.
It's Bashar.
Oh, no kidding.
It's good to see you.
Wow, good to see you. Oh my God. Guess what? We always see each other. Ta-da!
I talk to you a lot.
Yes, you do. You have what I call diarrhea of the mouth. Welcome to the show.
In my physical form or in my mental form?
No, not physical.
I do cuss a lot though.
You do what?
Cuss a lot.
Cuss. And is that bad?
No, I don't think so.
Perfect. Of course not. Why? It's your reality. Welcome to your show. Very good.
What do you mean diarrhea of the mouth?
You talk a lot.
I do.
You reiterate and reiterate and reiterate. Wonderful. How about reiterate, redefine, reiterate, redefine, get it together.
I'm working on redefining.
Yes, you are. I'll call it a little slow. But again, no judgment.
Dang it, Bashar. Can I ask you a question?
Really?
I'm sorry. I'm going to ask you a question if you don't mind.
Really?
Yes, I am.
Yes.
Um,
Interesting.
Bashar,
Yes.
what are the powers
Interesting.
you
I'm
will
listening.
come to know once we transcend? I'm speaking of the 9 powers.
The 9 powers, the one that I made a tape about?
Yes.
Ah. How many powers do you know about?
Well, I would assume they're an infinite number.
Yes, very good. Why did we start with 9?
Well, 9 is the number of transitions.
Wow. It's actually 8, and then you go into 8 more octaves after that, and then after that it's beyond there. But that 8th octave of 8 octave levels after the 8th is what we call the 9th for right now. Because if we really told you really what's going on, boom goes your head. It explodes, and it makes a mess. Carry on.
So I was...
Wink, are you okay? My goodness. Go back. Go ahead.
I was wondering what kind of powers we need to... I would like to hone the powers that I will be using, as I ascend.
Yes.
And I was wondering what they were.
Well, the idea is, of course, to give you the knowledge of those powers in this density so you can open up your mind to them in the next density so you can, let's say, practice them here, so to speak. So in that of itself, that's what you're doing. However, there are 9 out there. There are infinite number of more, but there's 9 that are only relative to this density. Understand?
Yes.
Okay, so that in and of itself is what you're telling yourself to do. I've already mentioned a few of them. I being Roxanne right now, your teleportation, your telepathy, and your telekinesis. That's what we want you to practice. Why telekinesis? Because there's nothing 3D and 4D, no kidding. However, that in and of itself is what you would call the easiest in physical reality to duplicate. The telepathy is already in play. Practice it. That one's easy. But what we want you to understand, when you see something physically move in your reality, and you did it, that gives you what? Validation that you are creating. Remember, you're not physically moving the object. What you are is what? Deamination, reemanation, deamination, reemanation. That's what you're really doing. But since your time is delayed, what are you doing? Giving yourself the appearance that it is moving in your reality. So once you see that, oh my God, it's real. Ta-da! That's what it is. Now, telekinesis has been, shown as magic tricks and different tricks. And of course, you have your naysayers everywhere. They're everywhere. And of course, you have your, debunkers, you call them. Your radicalists, that can't be true. But guess what? We put them here. Why? To give you what? Choice. Again, everything is about ascension. Make no mistake. So, carrying on with that. Those are two of them that we want you to practice. Let's talk about teleportation. Every single object. Look around, look around, look around. Are you looking? Yes, you are. Very good. Thank you. Pick an object. That object has a molecular frequency of vibration. Okay? Now that molecular frequency of vibration causes it to exist that you created. You don't know how you did it, you just did it. Good job. Carrying on. Next. So inside the equation of the molecular equation is a vibration, what we call location vibration. You understand?
Yes.
Okay, so there are two frequencies. Right now, this body is here. I move it to here. It has a different location vibration. Understand?
Yes.
Tune in. Do you get it?
I
You are tuning into all of the different channels at all time. You are tuning into the parallel reality you choose to live just by raising your vibration. Go inside, listen for different tones. You, John, are a Hathor. You are master at tones. You've been toning for eons. Use that ability that you have. Equate sound to everything. Why? Because everything is sound, light, vibration, energy. Okay? So, trees vibrate. Listen to them. They are tone. Okay. Now, in and of itself, when you have an object and you change